Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Welcome back here. How I make a lot of videos. Because since I already made a lot of videos here in the channel. Where should I begin? A very powerful question came out to the group. It's tied up to the series that six outcomes of the twin flames journey here, and it's a very beautiful to understand this kind of like an answers. I was talking to about this situations in there. I cannot publicly state who actually ask these questions, and they're all most likely like statements in a way without a proper understanding. I don't want you to kind of like take the things personally, but the twin flames journey in itself, it is about to become a lifestyle in there, and is not just a concept that it's going to be. No, that is its purpose. Okay, that's the part of evolution. That is a what all these things are happening in there. And throughout the years, even though that currently events, I have someone I've been working with it for a while. In there, it's going to be related a little bit that kind of like a help. I've been working with this person for a long time, and you're going to be seeing it, the results out of this. And I want to say thank you guys for the great comments you're making here in the channel. I see that a lot of you watching some of the old videos is asking more informations, and you're finding yourself in this situations that help you, that really kind of like mustering you, which is the self mastery is the key here in the Twin Flames. I want to say thank you guys for helping, reaching out to some of you want some help, and the help is given as long as you're reaching out in there. You want to reach out to me, go check out our website, probably it says aquaspiritunited.com, that it's below here, and we can see how can we help you out in there. And I want to say thank you guys for the donations through PayPal and or buying a coffee. We appreciate you guys because it's energies exchange. That is kind of like a gladly appreciated. So what I begin with this video, I'm gonna be you guys probably know it. I'm gonna be reading the post in there, and I'm gonna go a little bit by little, chunk that off when I'm talking, and hopefully this can help, particularly this anonymous participant into the group, but also out into the Twin Flames community. Yeah, because it's needed. I see a lot of questions that are not really twin flame. A lot of the people are touching those questions in there because of totally different situations. That is a psychological, emotional, lack of evolution, lack of understanding what the twin flame is in there. But here is a good questions that comes in. So. Here is the post that it was. I don't like the idea that we must heal traumas, faults before having union with our twin. We are all humans. We all have our faults and traumas. But the idea that we must heal everything to become almost perfect before being able to have union seems unfair. We should be able to have union no matter what and heal together, support each other, and encourage each other in this process. Sorry for my rant. I'm just very frustrated. Yeah, dear anonymous participant, you can feel I can understand your frustrations in there, and you feel like you don't like the idea. First of all, is why you don't like the idea in there. 90% of the people who comes for consultations to me and Twin Flames, when I start talking to them and ask them to look within themselves, to look at the traumas and the dramas and everything that has been in there. Most of the times, the people don't come back. most of the time the people they want somebody to do the job for them. They don't want to do this job. They're in a way either have a lack of understanding what they need to do. They don't want to heal the trauma. And they want somebody to be support for them. They want somebody to getting in there, and they want to live with this faults. Okay, so here is coming the purpose of those faults that it's coming because if you're not healed from the previous relationships, either those could be soul-based relationships, this could be a karmic relationships. A lot of that trauma and drama that needs to be healed is actually coming from the family background, the family karma, the parents that you've been living in there, and since you want the union, you want the union with the idea that the union you're gonna be healing within the union. And here is what a lot of the people have issues, and they are lazy in there, and that's what they stuck into the twin flame trauma and the drama for a very long time. Is particularly they don't process the energy, the emotions, and the understanding that they have to heal personal things. Okay, you don't have to heal absolutely everything because here, when you become in a union, we actually spoke with Paulina with this in our channel, which is a Aqua Spirit. You can find it United. You can find it in the YouTube. Um, but you have to heal personal things. Now, let me explain why. Recently, I had this reconnections with a client, and there, who we talk about certain things that he needs to be healed, but it wasn't healed. And now, that particular situations that is a personal within him, okay, led to totally disrupting the connections that was a spiritual because he wasn't healed. Okay, now the universe puts you in that positions that you losing the one thing that you love the most, the one thing that you are getting it in there because of personal thing that has not been done. So by escaping doing this inner work in there, you want so much the union, but the union begins first within you. I stated that a long time ago. Before you unite with somebody else, you have to unite from within. This is how you're going to be know that you're going to be ready. Okay. When you said, I finish my current personal work that I need to do, and I'm ready for working the next stage and dealing and healing with in the connection. Okay. But you want the connections to come in and heal your personal stuff. Then it's happening when the both are understanding and ready for it. Okay, because you're not going to be taking things personally. You're not going to have the effects of previous relationship, why he acts or why he does. But you also have to look at in yourself. You cannot repeat these traumas and the dramas that you caused in the previous relationship. Trauma and the drama that you're carrying because of your family dynamics in there. And this is what you need to heal. It's kind of like a requirement. And a lot of the people don't like that idea. But when you heal your personal things, when you healed your family past, when you heal all that, then when you're getting into the connections, now you're conscious and aware of. And now the connections that right now is within, you're beginning to look at it. What it needs to be properly addressed. And now you're working it out, your personal development, your personal things. You practice it within the union. And your counterpart, God bless it, if that is in your case, the counterpart is going to be coming and help you to heal this that you need to heal within the relationships because your personality is healed in there. Your mental, your psychological state, your spiritual state, it is in the same positions. So you have no conflicts between your emotional space, your mental space, your mind is in the right position, so is your soul. So you don't have internal conflicts in there. So Yes, but the idea is not kill everything, as you stated, to become almost perfect. In there, it's not about becoming perfect. It's never been. You're never gonna be a perfect. Okay. People who thinks about the perfections he has to come in, it is not that the the process of this. You're getting better, not perfect. Because when you set requirements, you can never gonna be satisfied in there. The perfectionism in there, okay, it is part of this constantly improvement, but understanding that you should be imperfect, it creates the perfections of the current moment and state of time if you are evolving and developing. And this is why the perfections comes in, and that's what probably you're going to be feeling this perfections. It is too much to be processed, and you're accepting it in there, but not working on the issues. And you ask for the perfections and being in this kind of like, I'm not ready, but I want the union. Let me tell you, a lot of situations of the premature unions create a lot of harm just because of that. Because unhealed trauma and trauma right now, you are introducing into that beautiful connection. You carrying a that luggage within you. So it is the most certain things that needs to be healed. Yes, particularly your understanding of what are. Okay. But most of the people think that they have to, pay the money and it's all healed. Like you buying a product and without you doing the inner work. That's not gonna happen. Okay. There is this does now doesn't work that way. Okay. It takes a time of understanding, process it, self-healing. Take your time for your own self without being so much. And the impatience is the one thing that you want the union to be faster. Okay. The union, when it starts, it's coming. Okay. It's going to trigger all the personal unhealed things. Okay, you're going to be ending up those situations. They're going to be understanding why did they reacting like this? Because this person from the past reacting the same way. Maybe he's reacting at that position. But when you have proper communication, you understand the person acted for totally different reasons, not what you have within you. So basically, in your dramas, you already preset the union for failure within yourself. Okay. Be a more diligent within you because when you are ready, you will understand. You're going to be looking at the opposite side. This is why you're twin flame. You have the good, the bad in there because what you think it is bad because of lack of processing certain things, you're not seeing it that particular process in there. It's leading into the right path of understanding the both realms. Without understanding the both realms, you won't be able to. And by you getting it within these unifications of the energies, you're going to be putting it into one. So basically, you take the conflict and you make a peace within the conflict by you evolving. And that is your purpose as a twin flame. And there, um, you look at it that this is unfair. What is unfair to you? It is unfair to go to a union without you processing your traumas and you bring in there and you're going to damage your twin. Is that fair? You have to look that positions in there because that way you're going to be passing into this. But if you are looking at to be fair in there within yourself, when you are ready for the union starts coming on its own because you have the inner peace. We stated that with Pauline a long time ago. But here is the issues that we're encountering that particularly the people, when it comes in, today do the work and they have to do the work. They don't. Had a situations a long time ago, talking about back 5 years ago. People came to me And however, one of the childs had the twin flame situations and so on, but she had a problem because of internal situations within the family. And now they try to fix the things out, but the damage was already done beyond repair. And they wanted to pay me, and I told them, "You cannot pay me. I cannot fix this because it's beyond repair. Some things you can fix, something you cannot." And this is a diligence in there. And this is why the personal healing has to be required from within. And I stated even in the very first videos that I like, a lack of informations about the twin flames, it is going to create a lot of issues. And there, we should be able to have union no matter what and heal together. You're going to have, when you have the proper union and you're going to be healing together, this is going to be healing the patterns where the people are in your head. That is a different in the personal situations. Okay. This is one gonna come in and it's gonna be started because you're gonna have certain processes that you need to process within you together though. That is a completely different than the personal one. Okay. And yes, after you're done with what you need to do and there, the basic stuff, the primary stuff, and the universe knows that you are not going to harm each other, any form of shape and so on, then to that union happens. But if the universe sees that you're not engaging in the proper energies, you bring in old relationships into, or you bring in a third relationship into that union of connections and so on, guess what? The union is not going to happen because there's going to be a harm past. Okay. So look in there that when you start healing together, you are going to be working on a totally different operation belief system with you. Okay. Yes, can be triggered certain things on a personal level. Yes. But try to understand that the support of each other and so on, it's coming natural state. It's not like you have to demand it there so they can help you with your personal crap. They're not. And that is it coming from the interdependence. They have to be independent, fixing their own stuff. You have to be independent, fixing your stuff. When it comes to the union, you through the union, you are fixing the interdependence, not the codependency, because you may be looking at within the energies. It's like when a day comes in, I can fix this stuff with them. And so basically, you're escaping the work today that it's actually going to damage your future tomorrow by not understanding the proper situations in there. So, but the encouragement, you got the right idea, is a very beautiful about this encouragement and help each other in the process. But that happens naturally. It comes in naturally. It is very beautiful. We have a lot of personal discussions within this. We have a lot of things that is in there. It doesn't matter what the situations are. And we are currently together. I'm right now at Paulina's house in Poland. Okay, but we have came in for a total different purpose, and so on. We came in for other things. Okay, but what I want to say to this is, doesn't matter what the things and situations are, our support has never changed towards each other. And we're seeing it how through being this togetherness within the union, how it helps. But we have to go through hell to change ourselves and be ready and to be working within the union, to be within the union. So if you are rant about it in there, take a look at it. Why you're ranting? What is the cause in there? You think like maybe the time's gonna run out and so on. We have so much time that you and I gonna believe when are you advancing on these levels. Okay? Currently, wherever the space is out there, the universe is occupying only a 15% of what the void is 15%, because that void becomes the dark matter. From the dark matter, it's creating the universe. Okay. So we have a lot of time. That's a gazillions of years. Okay. But without you evolving and processing within the energies the way they are, and who you are as an understanding, you're not going to move forward. Through my observations through over the years, there is a lot of success for people who actually deal with that personal stuff. Okay. They have a very good success. But you know what? They're only like, I can count them on my fingers because it's hard. Inner work is hard, and I get it. And understand your rants and so on. But if you understand the other side, that you are working on this to prevent the future defaults and future problems in there, you will understand that it's going to be absolutely unfair if you are going into a union and there you're damaging yourself, you're damaging another person, another soul, another energy in there just because you don't want to do the inner work. But at the same time, yes, there is a limit of the inner work that you need to do on yourself. And when you know you finish your inner work, you're going to hear it within yourself. Your soul's going to be like, okay, the checklist is all. Now you're ready. Now you're developed. Now did you evolve? Now you got it in there. Door is open. You're ready. And you're going to see how the universe is going to be. Go ahead and help you with this. Okay. So my hope it is you to go ahead and find a balance within yourself. To all of you, finding these proper levels of understanding what you need to heal on your own, personally, towards you, towards yourself. Look at the negative patterns that you're carrying within you. And then when you healed those patterns in there, you're going to be triggered within the union, but there is going to be these union situations that you're going to beginning to heal with your partner, which is they're very beautiful because that healing is coming from awareness with understanding of the consequences of the actions you two going to make as an impact within your union, but the impact that it's going to be passing to the next generation. And that is the beauty of this. That is this beauty that we are giving into the next generations. Not like passing this trauma and drama and fight for survival in the relationships and there. So looking forward for your comments. Guys, I want to say thank you for being here on the channel. I'm going to be working out pretty quick and a sort of things, but look within yourself always. Primary, look first from within before you make any acting within the union. Okay. That's all it is. It's going to help you a lot. That's my advice to you. Be love, guys, and I will see you the next time.